But from here, next up is going to be that place. Go ahead and drop ourselves a nice little savey poo here. But there's nothing, like, we can't actually go into that building. It's completely dark on the map. So we must just be about to encounter somebody who will be able to tell us more. There are a lot of Julias walking around. Like, I'm just looking at the NPCs who are standing around the place. Yep, we got a nice black limousine parked out here. Noyie Blanc! So next on the list is Noyie Blanc. It definitely looks the part of a high-end club. I expect they'll have a fine selection of both wine and women. Okay, enough with the sparkling eyes. It's my first time visiting an establishment like this. How about we start by asking the staff some questions? That Julia lookalike, dude. She took one look at what was going on and was like, nope. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. Someone's leaving. Ballad. This guy. Ooh, that year 1176 or 1176 Grand Chardonnay was divine. He's here? What's Marquis Ballad doing in Raquel? Getting drunk the night before the Imperial Provincial Council, dude. Bad form. Thank you for choosing us as your hosts yet again. We look forward to your next visit. Whew, it was an absolute delight, my good man. I shall be back tomorrow once all that crap has been dealt with. Ah, and when I do, you may shout from the rooftops that this here is the Duke's favorite place to be. You honor us. Please take care on your way back to Ortis, so he fully intends on becoming Duke Cayenne. Of course! Dude, he's not taking this seriously at all. And he's basically proving we absolutely don't want him to become the next Duke Cayenne. That guy's supposedly the next Duke Cayenne. Shouldn't he be preparing for the Imperial Provincial Council? Contrary to his behavior, I've heard he's proven himself to be an excellent businessman. He's turned quite a profit investing in the construction of a plant from the Reinford Company. That's a surprise. It's about the only good thing he's known for. As the temporary family head, he's mostly known for abusing his power. We'll be preparing for the club now for all customers. Try to have everything ready by 9 p.m. So he had it privately rented out? Yes, sir. And I need to fix my makeup. Excuse me. Good evening. Were you hoping to come inside? I'm afraid we just finished hosting a private party. We'll need a bit more time to prepare for our reopening. That's too bad. I was hoping to play. Do you host private events often? Not particularly. The Marquis just happened to be a frequent customer. I cannot provide many details as part of our privacy policy, but he's been coming every day recently. Every day? And any useful information will be hard to come by. How should we even broach the subject of the Red Constellation? Is he gonna offer it freely? Now, may I ask you something, sir? Are you the Ashen Chevalier, Mr. Reen Schwarzer? Yeah. In fact, and we want to know more. Wow. You surprised me. I was hoping I wouldn't be as easy to recognize in the dark. I've developed a good eye since I started working here. You also stand out when accompanied by such lovely faces. Might I presume, then, that you have some interest in our old management? Old management? That obvious, huh? Wait a minute. Are you gonna tell us about the ogre and her little entourage? You could take it that way, I suppose. The last time they were here was a few days ago. They should be long gone from Raquel by this point. Oh, that's a shame. Thanks for cutting right to the chase. Is this an admission that they're still affiliated with this location? Way to phrase it in the most accusatory way possible. Not in the least. They were only here to give their regards. I just thought I'd save you a bit of time. So he's like, yeah, it would please me if you return next time as a customer. It would be both an educational experience for you and a joy to our hostesses to serve one of your status. Quite the businessman. You can count on me to come back. Excuse us. Okay, so they were here a few days ago at the last time. Now we know for certain that Noyie Blanc was once a source of income for the Red Constellation. It's hard to say if they're still affiliated, but that manager, from my perspective, was sincere. I don't believe he was lying either. What would be the point for him? So, should we put the Red Constellation investigation on hold? I think so. We're short on time, so let's move on. Next is the members-only casino Alicia, which had information on Zephyr. Alright, ready when you are. So the Alicia we can actually go inside of. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, no, that's the way for the Alicia. Alright, well. What's up with you two? Here's where Zephyr was last spotted. In we go then. Welcome to Alicia. Would you care to show us your membership card? Oh, right. I knew we'd need a membership card. What's this? New customers? Why not register with us? It's only 1,000 mira per person. If one of you registers, you can also bring friends as guests. That's not a bad price. All right, I'll register. Please, Reen, allow the RMP to cover. It's fine. He's all grown up. Let Reen show off a little for us. Oh, certainly. How was getting a card showing off? It's only about $100. I'll set you up right away. After a simple registration process, Reen received his membership card. I say that, it's been a while since I've thought about the conversion rate. Paid 1,000 mira in registration fees. Okay, I'm sure Claire would have covered it for us if we couldn't do it. Okay, it's like, I'm like trying to decide, is the exclamation point over Mimika, or, judging from the time, this is probably going to be my last investigation of the night. Is there any last minute stuff I need to check up on in the city? Hold on. Let's do one last sweep. Okay, there is a star there. Trying to trick us, Falcom? Trying to get us to miss out on stuff? Too bad, because I'm on to you now. It was here. Okay, Marquis Ballad is still up to something. Or, who is... He's throwing up. Your lordship, I told you drinking so much would be dangerous. Not as dangerous as your driving. Ooh, got him. Here comes the next wave. I don't want to go anywhere near that. We should avoid attracting attention. Come on. Okay. Alright, well, we got treated to that lovely sight, but now we can go ahead and move forward with no regrets. There are a lot of... Well, I guess there's only 3 Julias here so far, but... Alright. In we head. Yeah. Let's enter the casino. Oh, you coming in? We've got 4 guests coming right in! So what's going on at Alicia? Are we gonna meet Zeno and Leo and what's his name? Well, me back up with, I should say. They haven't shown up this game at all, actually. This is really nice. Tell me about it. It's certainly right at home in the city of entertainment. And look at how crowded it is. It's a shame we don't have time to play tonight. Well, there's always next time. Did you get yourself a membership already? Sheesh. You're really gonna come back, huh? Anyway, this is where Zephyr was last spotted. Be careful. Right. Alright, we've got this guy. Hello there. Would you like to play? You could make, whoa, you can make 100,000 mira in a single night, you know? 100,000 mira? And I presume someone in here has? Indeed, it was just last year. We had a common individual, I shall call them, walk in with more luck than most would dream of having. They held fast to one rule. don't leave this city with a single mirror in their pocket. And so they spent everything they won and more in the club that night. That being said, they were truly in a state of regret upon waking the next morning. What a lame ending. I agree. It would have made for a better story if they had no regrets. I'm sure most have come across their share of regrets thanks to liquid courage. Not every day you hear of someone blowing that much at a casino. This might be a good story for Monk. Alright. More new material for him, but there's nothing else of note or interest down here. Cashier. Welcome. You can exchange mirror for coins here. We can't afford to play around right now. Maybe I'll play when I've got a minute to myself. I was thinking we probably would be able to buy something like we normally can, but looks like not right this moment. Yep, Zeno and Leo. That's some crowd over by the poker table. And what's his face? Should we take a look? The Raquel investigation will end should you choose to proceed. Alright, what's going on, buddy boys? Excuse me. Yeah, just hanging out, like it's no big deal.
Oh yeah, this hand's a beaut.
Well, ain't this a bitch? I messed up. Say, is it too late to back out on that bet?
I'm sure it is.
That's unbecoming of the king, you know.
Oh, low blow.
All right, dealer, let's get this show on the road.
If you would, gentlemen, please show your hands.
Full house, read 'em and weep. Sorry, 4 of a kind. What? For the love of Adios, you gotta take it easy on this old fart. I might have played you a little too hard on this one. A royal flush! I'm glad he said something because I have no idea what I'm looking at. Oh. You gotta be kidding me! Well, you certainly know how to bluff. You've won all the chips on the table. Sorry, but let me have this one. You still got it, boss. You had to have been cheating, right? Where were you, Zeno? I thought traps were your thing. Yeah, you're young. You can bounce back from a loss or two. What do you say? How about the winner buys the losers a drink? Oh, that's nice of him. Damn it, get off your high horse. Well, aren't you?
Well, hey, nice to see you again.
We're all casual.
Where'd I see you before? Sutherland? You're a sight for sore eyes, Purple Lightning.
Yeah, good to see you, Jaeger King. I'm amazed you can greet us so casually. If he's the Jaeger King, then he's Fee's adoptive father, yeah. He would be the head of Zephyr, correct?
Long time no see, I see, maiden.
Have I seen this other one around somewhere before?
You'd make any man jealous being surrounded by such beauties.
Well, we're here for business, not pleasure.
All right. What do you say we take this little chat to that lounge by the corner? That is what you came here for, isn't it?
Yes, please. Alright, so let's try to keep things easy breezy. What? You didn't order a drink? The night is still young. Don't be shy about the price. It's all on me. Easy for you to say. Thanks for the offer, but we're in the middle of work. Not to mention, I don't have the balls to get drunk in front of you guys. Suppose it never hurts to be cautious. You're gonna make me cry. And what, might I ask, brings a daughter of one of the 4 great houses in the Icy Maiden to me? I'm not here in any official capacity. It would be a waste to not enjoy Raquel's nightlife after coming all the way to La Mer. Fair enough. Take a load off then. By the way, I always wanted to thank you for taking care of Fee. That's not something you need to thank us for. We were classmates. Of course I'd help her. Fee decided on our own to join Class 7 and become a bracer. If you've got the time to thank us, then why not go talk to her? Ouch, you don't mince words, do you? It does sting a little. Still, as we told you on the Pentagrule, we appreciate you looking after her. Alright, do you mind if we get back to business? You're not going to pretend it's some coincidence we saw you here, right? They wanted to be found. What are you helping the Black Workshop with? This is really nice. You don't mince words either. I like that. Why not ask a little more then? Aren't you curious about what you saw in Sutherland? Yeah. That shadow. Sure, I'm curious. But will you give me an answer? Not for free. We Jaegers aren't ones to just talk to anyone. Do we have to play him? Oh, crap. I should have saved. How about we play this? What is that? Is that a Vantage Masters deck? Are you for real, dude? I think it is. We've been playing recently. Here's the real game. If you beat all of us, we might be inclined to let you in on what you want to know. Dude. Card game over everything. That's all we have to do. Oh, Major Claire. You sure are a real piece of work. Boss. I'm not gonna back you up if you complain later. We should always give the young a fighting chance. This guy really wants to play Vantage Masters for information. Alright. It's easier than fighting him, that's for sure. Besides, the reward is always sweeter when you take it by force. So, how about it, Schwarzer? That's fine. I don't mind telling you. But taking your spoils by force is the Jaeger's way through and through. Is that okay with you? So that's where Fee got it from, like father, like daughter. If that's what you want, I accept. I've played Blades, so if it's easy to pick up, I'll join in. The only problem is if I need to make my own deck from scratch. We've actually got 2 other decks that we can loan out. If only this were blackjack or poker. We can't make this too easy for you, Major. I've got 2 of the same deck. Seems fair enough if we use an identical set, yeah? I would say so. Let me be the judge for this. We need someone to look out for cheating. Do as you like. I'll play 1 then. I'll play 2. How should we do the matchups? I want to face off against Rutger. I'll go against the Purple Lightning. Then I'll take the Icy Maiden. I guess that leaves me and you. Now, don't bare your fangs just yet. Save those for the game. He's gonna make us use... Angelica confirmed the decks were indeed identical before allowing the games to begin. We're not actually gonna play him? No! Dude! But we had this! I'll play Transmute. I'm telling you, you don't want to use that card just yet. You're good. I'll use my Blaze to power up and do 6 points against the Master. That was a strong move. How are you 2 holding up? They're both good, but the other side's pushing hard. Come on now, focus on your own game. You don't want to miss what I'll do next. I activate the Kyria Bell card. Damage to all. Ugh, I can't lose here.
You all suck.
Who is that? Is that Zeno?
What?
What on earth?
Oh, Ash!
Just what are you all doing here?
This is quite the predicament to be found in. Playing children's card games against Zephyr.
We're here to rescue you again.
Took us long enough to find you.
Hey, I remember you lot. See some new faces, too.
Do you guys have leave to be here?
Nice to see you again, Black Rabbit.
What brings you guys here?
That's our line.
Exactly. This is like, from their perspective, what's going on must be so odd.
We came all this way to find you playing cards?
Let's talk later.
Okay then. Ash is about to tell us the winning moves to make. Why not? A little outside help. Let me sub in for you, Valestine. I can turn your game around. You're doing subs? I know this game to some extent. I'm not quite as adept with complex calculations as you, Major, but would you mind if I took your place? Are you too serious? Well, might as well, because they're getting clobbered, apparently. Yeah, I've hit my limit. It's true that they most likely know the game better than us. Do you take issue with the change? I don't, personally. Nothing wrong with mixing things up. Let's see how you play. Are you two really sure? Well, this is an interesting turn of events. Let's say we start over with him. Okay, so now we'll actually get to play him. Why even offer when you're the one who's winning? You've been too focused on what your partners were doing. Doesn't make it as fun for me. Let's start fresh and take the game seriously this time. Alright, if you insist. I'll even let you play with your own deck if you want. I'm sticking with mine, of course. Should I keep using the Jaeger King's deck? I might stand a chance with my collection. What? Well, since you're fine with it, I'll go ahead and use my own deck. You want our Blixes, baby? What do you mean? Good. Alright, ready when you are. Good. Are they gonna be okay? I don't know, but what choice do we have? His opponent is none other than the Jaeger King. We'll simply have to wait and see. Good luck, kids! And to you as well, Reen. We got this. Alright, then let the rematch between Rutger and Reen begin. Here goes. Bring it. So the borrowed deck we could use if we weren't putting any effort into it. Beast. Let's get this show on the road. Go right ahead. Alright. On water attribute cards, take 1 damage. But those are too high. Like, the drops are too high. Blix! Right off the bat! And we got a second Blix, too. That counterattacks do 2 damage thing is gonna be a problem. Counterattacks deal +1 damage. So the beast is just a straight upgrade to the fighter. That's a problem. Zendala and 5. Dang. His card is just straight up stronger than ours. Alright. So we'll drop Parancel. 6. Let's kill this Doomdala. Okay, it's gonna be touch and go for a little bit. And he's got his own Blix and Pellet. Didn't he summon Pellet that turn? Well, whatever. And then Uptide, all water attribute cards gain HP and attack +1. Each take 1 damage. 5. Oh, but we don't want that Blix getting us for 6 next turn. We should have used his deck against him, dude. And he's killing us in the... Yep. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Another pellet. Seriously, how is he doing that? Why isn't he attacking us with the beast, though? Alright, well. We can drop you. Then we can put Dualdala up there. Yeah, taking 8 damage on the counterattack. Not about to live like that. The Blixes are going to be instrumental to us not dying here. Whoa. All right. Is there a reason he can drop cards and have them attack in the exact same turn? Or am I missing something? Deals 2 damage to a row of enemies. We can get Parantal the heck out of here. Alright. We just need to keep stalling, but I think this is the first time we've had a match go to where we got maximum mana. He's gonna deck himself out if he keeps doing that, but he could have won by now. If the AI was more aggressive, dude. Alright. Heal up a little bit. But Blix, we want to move. Okay. Yes, I do think we'll be killing that Gia, bro. Perfect. Oh, right. I keep forgetting. We use that for no reason. He honestly could beat... Like, he could have beaten us by now. If he really wanted to. We just need to draw something. Alright. Gwen Foss. Oh! I don't know why I got confused and thought there was summoning sickness here. But I could have sworn... Well, whatever. Like, we started playing against this dude, and I just completely forgot everything about the game. All we have to do is just be able to go one more go-round. But he's basically letting us win. The beast is so overpowered. Of course. We can... We'll hold off on that. Or rather, let's actually blaze the Gwen Foss. Cannot perform actions. If he moves the Decolm into the front row, kills Gwen Foss, and then attacks us twice, we lose. Yeah, he's probably about to win. Or not. But dang, he got rid of our Blix! Ugh. Alright, nothing to do but to go in. We only barely have enough, But I've... Okay, nope. We might be about to lose. So that's that guy dead. He's not even attacking us with his main thing. This is so crap. He's going easy on us and we're still losing. The only way we get out of this is if we can hold on. We're not about to be able to hold on. Alright, we got Gwen Foss. Go ahead and get you. Can we force the draw though? He has to not summon anything next turn. Oh, well. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pharaoh, didn't we just see you get sent to the Shadow Realm? And you did. But this is Fiasco here to teach all you guys who might not know about a little thing we like to call Millennium Shenanigans. Let's go ahead and show this guy who the real third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck is, hoping that we can actually beat him with these, we're gonna need something a little cheaper to start with. Okay. So, we've got the Ranger instead of, Golden. We still can't summon anybody, but at the very least, we've got this. Oh, man. The reason we've got the Ranger... Okay. But the reason we've got the Ranger is so that we can snipe safely from a distance. Like so. We can do one of these things. Gotta make a choice. Let's vanish. Or... Alright. We're gonna do Kyrie or Bell. Then we're gonna drop that skill. And have him stay in the front. Why didn't... Oh! Heaven is weak to fire. Alright. It's gonna be a little touch and go here. Here comes Gwen Foss out to strike us to death. That's an easy 2. And then Gwen Foss for the... He didn't have to... He didn't have to do that. But okay. Let's, A Blix that we use is most definitely going to die. So we gotta offer one up as a sacrificial lamb. Let's drop that shield really quickly. Hopefully he decides to drop the Doom Dala on it. Kyrie Bell. Alright, well, it's something. That to deal 2 damage to us. Alright, well, I'll admit it's not looking too good. Looking pretty bad, actually. And then the pellet that he immediately summons that dies. Alright, so we're not going to last another turn unless we make some magic happen. Let's try this. We'll do a Vanish on the Kyrie or Bell. We'll put Blix in the back row, see if we can get away with that. So we've outstripped him on mana. The Zamel Pen. And he can just cycle through his deck quicker than we can, which is a massive problem. Alright. So we'll vanish the Gia-Bro. We'll get rid of the Zammelpen. And then we'll attack him from the back row for free. Now, if our luck can hold out, we might be able to make something work here. And almost tames. Whoa, only one, right? Because we're good against it. Nice, nice. And a blaze. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of this for you. And a little bit of that for you. Just staying out of range and sniping whenever possible. For whatever reason, he's not attacking us with the beast. I'm not about to look a gift horse in the mouth. Nope, there it is. All right, it's bad times. We are in some bad times here. Deal 1 damage to a row of enemies. Can perform actions next turn, but it looks like we might actually be able to win here. That's the 6. And we'll be able to get him next turn. We just have to make sure that Gia-Bro doesn't die this turn. Don't summon a million things. His own Blix. Alright, good. And a Gia-Bro that we can drop for free. Skill. Well, how do we... That won't get the kill. But we can attack over it. Alright, so we won. The power of sniping over all of his defenders. Get out of here, dude. AP increased by 3. That's what I'm talking about. Try again with borrowed deck. Cause, yeah. Bro. Wait, Knight? Attack +2 while in the front row. No, these all look fairly strong. The decks were indeed identical, huh, Angelica? Let's do... Drop you right there. Cannot perform actions next turn. Okay, it's the first turn that you can't attack on. That's what... Okay, well. Oh, that's just me not paying attention. A Marmay. Especially because Marmay is strong, like it does extra damage to Earth Natials. Now we can get to attacking. Your cards in play gain attack +1. We can definitely start abusing that, especially in the late game, where we'll be able to just keep grinding out that skill when we don't have anything else to spend our mana on. Alright, yeah, Zammelpen, ready to start doing some damage. Oh, you're not going to break both your Marmays against us? Alright, well, we got Blaze. Got our own Blaze right there. Probably should not have actually put it right there, but... there we go. No, we're not going to attack. Restore 2 HP to the target. We need 6 for that. Holy crap. Alright, so in that case, we'll move you. Get a skill going. Unlike the other skills on Natial cards, Master cards consume mana when used. On the other hand, Master cards can use their skill each turn. So we can just keep doing this. And it'll get pretty great pretty quick. I should have done that before we attacked. Oh well. Left some damage on the table. Accidentally. Hepetus. And Gwen Foss. Ooh! Alright, so that's probably why we never got attacked. Maybe. Yeah. We probably need to upgrade from Fighter. And we probably needed to upgrade from Fighter for a while. Alright, let's move you. Well, let's summon something first. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can drop Hepetus. And we can also drop the Arma. We can move and skill. Let us kill you. Cannot perform actions next turn. I don't get it. Well, whatever. We're not going to worry about that. We can kill Hepetus for free. And we will... Well, it doesn't matter what he attacks us with. Anything that he drops that attacks into Parantal will die. So... except for that. Except for that. We've got deals 1 damage to a row of enemies. Let's drop the Gia Bro. And do our nice skill. Restore 2 HP, skill. And then we can move up and attack into that. Now, yeah. Let's just have you attack. Alright, so the Borrow deck is definitely way better than the one we were using. Our strategy of get Blix out onto the field ASAP turned out to not be the best one. Alright. So this should be the last turn. We want to skill. Even though this is massively overkill at this point. Get out of here. Whoa there, look at you. AP increased by 1. We probably need to beat him with our own deck to get 2. The Master's been defeated. Reen wins. I'll probably do that off screen. Whew, I won. Guess that does it. Yes! Congrats on the win. But Musei and Ash are still playing. What? That all you got? What the hell? 3 vanishes for 18 points? You're killing me! How long you been holding on to those? Don't tell me you were... You ain't gonna say I cheated without proof, are you? It's just common sense to hold on to your best move till the very end. Oh, I like you! And that's the end of my turn. And the end of the game. I lost. I'd say using Uptide in round 3 saw to that. You did well to think so far ahead. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I just happen to have good draws. So everyone won. I'm surprised they were all able to make a comeback. Each of them displayed an impressive amount of strategy. Ash probably cheated, but at least he's good enough to hide it. I'll be. Didn't think all 3 of us would slip up. Guess I really am getting old. It doesn't feel like we won. Not only did my students have to come in and save me, but you gave me a second shot when you were winning. Yeah, but a win's a win. I keep my promises.
Time for your reward. I'll answer a few questions for you.
Golden. What's that ring that you wear around your neck for?
That thing I showed you is called Zector.
Zector.
Sorry, that's the most I'm gonna say on that one.
So we can ask Valimar if he knows any Zector. You mean the one we saw at Sutherland? Zector feels like a suitable name for a divine knight. Here's what else I want to know. Including Zephyr, I've noticed 4 groups in action. That makes you the Red Constellation, Needhog, and an unidentified group of Purple Jaegers. What's everyone's objective here? Keep it going, straight shooter. Figured you'd ask. Each corps has different objectives, but you can break it down to 2 sides. On one side, you've got the Red Constellation and those Purple Jaegers. On the other side, you've got us and Needhog. They were hired by the government. The government hired them. The government hired Jaegers? That does clear up some things. And the teams are about in line with what we expected. Just to make sure, Zephyr and Needhog were on the same side, but you weren't hired by the government, right? Exactly. We've got similar interests, so we're choosing to back them up. I'll bet you already know who hired us. And you probably already know the Red Constellation is siding with the Society. Which brings us to what you don't know. The identity of the Purple Jaegers.
Surely you've realized who they are by now, Sara Valestein.
Are they the Northambrians or not?
The dead soldiers who, even after losing the Northern War, couldn't throw their pride away.
Dead soldiers?
The deserters from the Northern Jaegers.
So they are her Jaeger-Corps.
The Northern Jaegers.
Are they? They're a large-scale Jaeger-Corps, which was based in the former Northumbria state.
I was afraid of this. Sara.
So?
Hey, hold up!
We won, and you're not giving us jack besides a name and who's backing who?
They kind of let us win.
What can I say? We're fine with letting a little secret slip out here and there. But you ain't earned more than that. I think that's plenty for now.
He could have, yeah. Yep, he could have beaten us.
Screw off.
I knew it.
I will say, though, those were some solid matches. See you again soon.
This was fun. Later.
Should the chance come, let's play again. Until then.
Huh. Alright then. But the dead soldiers, I think I've got a fairly accurate idea of what's going on at this point. Look at his cards. That was his hand. He could have dealt lethal damage with this combination, and he would have been free to play them at the end. He was going easy on us. That goes here, and this goes there. I see. What? Look at his master. Was he cheating too? I don't think he was. He's just that good. Well played, Jaeger King. Well, as he said, a win is a win, and we got some answers. It didn't sound like much, but what he said spoke volumes. You should be proud, Reen. You too as well, Musei and Ash. Aw, thank you. No prob. I should have said it first. Thanks for helping me. But you will explain why you were in a casino unsupervised, I'm sure. Yeah, don't. You guys are in trouble still. Oh dear, I've suddenly become lightheaded after such an intense match and cannot speak. Wait, we're only here because... Okay, we're just as guilty. At least they were able to help the instructor. Perhaps I should practice Vantage Masters in my spare time. You don't get a free pass just because you know how to play a card game. Though, knowing how to play the game turned out to be pretty helpful though, so you never know. But the dead soldiers from Northumbria, the dead Jaeger King, Azure Siegfried. Okay.
Unacceptable.
Oh, and Reen Reen giving you guys a little bit of a scolding is nothing compared to the chew out that Major Michael's gonna perform. You have acted without leave again and again. Why exactly did you feel it was necessary to chase after Instructor Schwarzer? That's... We have no excuses. Indeed. Major, I've already given them a harsh warning. I think maybe that might be enough... Silence! This is my task as commanding officer. Disregarding the rules and sneaking out is unacceptable. To make sure that's clear, I'm going to drill it into your skulls from now till lights out. But staying up too late is terrible for my complexion. Hey, we're all wiped out, so could you just keep it short? Well, they're not taking this seriously at all. Way to make it worse for yourselves. Oh well. They did help out in the end, so that's something. It's a shame, but I suppose it is what it is. Hey, a little tough love every now and then might do them some good. It just feels wrong. I mean, they're the reason we got that info from the Jaeger King. You can worry about the punishment some other time. Right now, we should be focusing on what we learned. Yeah. We're dealing with a branch unit of Northern Jaegers, people of the annexed Northumbria. It's been half a year since the annexation at the end of the war. Most of the Northern Jaegers were drafted into the Imperial Army. Really? That doesn't sound like it would have been a smooth transition. Okay. Still, a large number of them went AWOL. There we go. That's right. Until now, they were believed to have fled to the Midwest. I never thought we'd encountered them here in Lemaire, given that they were wearing new gear. They must have a new sponsor. Do you think the Society is backing them? Well, they seem to be on the same side as the Red Constellation, so it's a possibility. Damn, this is turning into a real headache. By the way, anyone else surprised to hear that the Empire hired Needhog? They didn't share that information with the RMP, but I hear that the Intelligence Division often hires Jaegers for their black ops. Lecter should be able to shine some light on that if we ask him tomorrow. And that's enough, Revelt. Okay, so she's about to get an earful too. You may be off duty, but it's not your place to collect classified government information. And try to remember that you are the foremost representative of the Railway Military Police. Forgive me. A message came in from HQ. You're to be in Heimdall by sunrise. As for the rest of you, you may depart tomorrow morning. It's already late after all. Well, sheesh. I know it's his job to be stone-faced, but would it kill him to lighten up a little? He's pretty sweet when it comes to his students, really. It's true. He's stuck serving two masters, but he really does try. Seriously, you should have seen him when he first started. He's softened up quite a bit. Is that so? Okay, we've shared the information we learned today with all the relevant parties. Instructor Sara, Major Claire, why don't you two take the guest room for tonight? Very well. Thank you for your hospitality. That's our Toa, always ready for anything. Oh, you're too kind. Angie, why don't you bunk with me? Of course, I'm always happy to share your bed. Well. So is there going to be something happening under the moonlight elsewhere that we want to be privy to, or no? Nothing? We're not even going to try to catch up with Zephyr? Okay. Altina. Or not. Okay. I thought I was going to focus on her. Ash. Randy can fall asleep so quickly. They say it's proof you're a good soldier if you can sleep when you're told. I bet they've got a lot to talk about. It's the first time in a year they've seen each other, just like me and the rest of Class 7. What are you thinking? Okay, so we don't get, oh, okay. The moon's out tonight. Maybe I'll go get some fresh air. I'll be leaving early tomorrow too, so I need to make sure I'm not up too much longer. Okay, it's not our first moonlit stroll, but let's see if it's anything like Lloyd's. Even though we're not at a theme park this time. Oh! Whew, maybe I'll go outside and get some fresh air.
I didn't know that happened. Yeah, you and George really saved my bacon that time.
Seems like things are going well. And no wonder, they haven't seen each other for a year and a half.
Is that Reen I sense lurking out there?
Everybody's got those sensory powers, but...
Oh? Why don't you come in, silly?
Well, looks like I underestimated you. Angelica, that's my thing. At least he recognizes it. Huh, somebody have fun writing that line. I guess that's just something you develop when you're a martial artist in Zemuria, dude, because those anime powers, whew, unrivaled. It seems like you've really been sharpening your martial arts skills, huh, Angelica? Yeah, I went and visited a bunch of different schools that have connections to Taito. I think I've pretty much packed my head full of kung fu by now. No wonder, your movements are so sharp now. And yet still only 3 crafts. You were able to meet with your master again, right? The one who first taught you Taito? Yeah, she's from Calvert, so it's pretty hard to get over there to see her. Okay, so, it narrows down to the person that we all thought it was gonna be. But I was able to talk with her about quite a few things while I was there, so it was a good trip. Well, I don't really understand anything about martial arts, but were you able to finish your cross-continental motorcycle trip? Nah, I haven't been able to hit everywhere just yet. I went around Liberl, Ermaferia, Ored, Lehman, and Arteria. Then from there, I was able to make it to the central eastern part of the continent. But Eastern Zemuria is kind of a tough nut to crack. Eastern Zemuria? I've only heard stories. They want to keep things nice and vague so when they actually do drop games about that, they don't contradict anything that they've already established. It seems like the desertification has gotten worse, and there's less and less land where people can live. That's why there's been such an influx of immigrants moving into Calvert. So we've got the salt pile in North Ambria and the desertification in the east. Actually, Master Kafai, my teacher, is there right now. Oh, is that so? Just what I'd expect from the founder of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school. I asked the local guild branch out there and they said it'd take me half a year to get to the east by land. I was worried about what was going on at home here too, so unfortunately, I had to give up on heading that way. Master Kafai said something like that in a letter he sent me. The dragon veins are nearly depleted. Those were the words he used. It seems like they have a lot to deal with over there too. If the Empire wasn't in such a state, I would have loved to go there and help too. Don't worry, they've got, I'm sure their own bracer analogs are hard at work right now. I was actually talking about this with George too. If it's even possible to use our technology to support Eastern Zemuria and stop the desertification there. Once things are finally settled and done here in the Empire, it might be something for us and all you guys in Class 7 to look into. Angie... I mean... You truly are something, Angie. But you're right, we've gotten help from a lot of people from other countries. So someday, we have to make sure we're not just contributing to the Empire, but to the entire continent of Zemuria. Now you're getting it. You gotta dream big. After that, Reen, Toa, and Angelica all reminisced about their school days together. Once they had finished their trip down memory lane, Reen bid them goodnight and left the room. Okay, and we got Angelica 1 from that. But yes, definitely no doubt there are going to be cameos galore when we finally do get those. Is there even alcohol aboard the... Did she bring that herself? What's the matter? Can't sleep? Well, not exactly. It's just that there's so much going on, I need to sort all my thoughts. I know how that is. Hey, Reen, how's about you have a little drink with me before bed? Sometimes a little room to breathe is all you need to sort yourself out. Here, I'll pour you a bit. This stuff will really kick you in the teeth, so you should probably just dip your tongue in to start out. Now we can finally catch that drink. So what's on your mind? Whew! You weren't kidding.
It's Spiritus Liquor from Northumbria.
Oh.
Said to be the strongest drink in the world. Guess it's kind of hard to get much stronger than 96% though, huh?
Jeez, dude. That stuff will take this, like, the top layer of skin off, I'm sure. If I'd taken a normal sip of this, I'd already be on the floor. But the stinging on my tongue is turning a little sweet.
Right? I knew you'd be able to appreciate it.
I still don't get how people like alcohol at all.
Never thought the day'd come when I'd get to talk with you over drinks like this. That new Class 7 of yours, they're a good bunch of kids.
Definitely saved us. Yeah, they've still got a long way to go, though. I'm struggling as an instructor, too. I just wish I could guide them a little better.
They're all pretty unique kids, just like you guys were. But I know things will work out for you. I mean, come on. They were all so worried about you, they ran headlong after you.
Well, our usual three, yeah, but Muse and Ash? We might not be there just yet. I'm sure they had a bit of a push from a certain someone, though. What are you thinking?
You already knew, didn't you? Who those purple Jaegers are.
As soon as I knew North Break, I just needed a little bit more confirmation, because it could have gone a different direction, but it was basically sealed from that moment. Yes, what they said brought back some complicated feelings. At first, I wasn't sure, but when I saw your reaction, I knew.
That's so. Guess I've still got a ways to go myself in that case.
Back then, during the Northern War, I couldn't do a thing. I spent all my time getting rid of all the archaisms that were let loose on the city. All the higher-ups in the Northern Jaegers, the ones who worked with Ouroboros, got away. If I'd captured them, Northumbria's government would have called for a ceasefire. I could have stopped the annexation.
That's a nice little scenario, Reen. But you know it's a load of bull, don't you?
Sara's like, you cannot blame yourself for the entire annexation of Northumbria.
The annexation of Northumbria was done under the Imperial government's orders.
You would have been ordered to help out if there was something for you to fight that was in the way of it.
Way I hear it, General Le Guin agreed to take the place over to keep the provincial armies from being disbanded. The outcome was decided from the start.
That's...
In the middle of that farce of a war, you managed to save the lives of tens of thousands of citizens. And the Jaegers you met today? I think they know that. But maybe it was impossible from the start. Fixing a country already being destroyed from within by Jaegers. You probably knew that too.
Who? Oh, she did say he. Her dad?
Whoopsie. Well, you see, he was...
Come on.
He was my first love.
She could still be talking about her dad. Really?
Well, actually, he was the closest thing I had to a dad.
Oh, okay.
Way back during the Northumbrian disaster, when the salt pail covered so much of the principality in a storm of salt, a man took in an orphaned infant.
There seems to be a lot of that going around in this world, but I guess Zemuria is particularly war-torn.
He was a former colonel in the army, and one of the people who founded the Northern Jaegers. As soon as I was old enough to understand anything, I knew that Jaegers who came back with foreign currency were considered heroes. The man who raised me was one of the leaders of the Northern Jaegers, the heroes of our homeland. I looked up to my dad more than anyone. Wanting to be just like him, I joined a juvenile Jaeger-Corps at the age of 10.
Jeez.
After a few years of harsh training, I was admitted to the main corps at the tender age of 13.
So Sara, Fee, Leonora,
It was there that I experienced my first real battle.
And learned that that mirror comes with a heavy price.
It was hell. A field of death, where lives are tossed aside to satisfy someone else's desires. There I lived, smoke and blood painted across my body. And there I stayed, eventually becoming the Jaeger known as the Purple Lightning. But after a while, it reached a point where I couldn't take it anymore. When I was 18, I was assigned command of a squad. We had a mission near Erebonia, fighting some proxy war on behalf of the nobles. The enemy was Needhogg. My squad was destroying them, but just when we thought victory was ours. Our efforts to avoid dragging any civilians into the fight left us open to a counterattack. We got hit hard.
So did the culture of her Jaeger-Corps change after that?
And then my dad showed up and saved me.
Oh.
Even though he was serving as the commander for the entire corps, he came to our rescue and suffered a fatal injury for it.
Do you see now? This is the fate of all Jaegers.
So Sara saw everything about herself, her own upbringing and her own story in Fee.
You must think long and hard on whether you wish to continue down this path.
It could have been because he was once part of the Principality's army, but he was quite the gentleman. Now that I think back, he never seemed to like the fact that I became a Jaeger. Anyway, he left me with those final words and passed away in my arms. I screamed and screamed until my voice gave out, until I passed out from utter exhaustion. When I woke up, I was in an Imperial Army camp.
Okay, so that... was that when Instructor Beatrix treated you?
Yeah. Apparently they were there to check on the damage caused by all the Jaegers fighting. Neidhart and Mueller-Vander, who were both second lieutenants back then, were there too. They told me the battle had been over for a while, and all my comrades had already packed up and left for home.
They ditched her?
Hadn't even thanked them before rushing back to my hometown. And what greeted me when I got there were celebrations and congratulations from my friends and the townsfolk. We had lost my father, but we won the war we were hired for. The nobles had given us an enormous pile of Mira. That meant we wouldn't die of starvation during the coming winter.
Jeez, dude!
I was relieved, but my tears just wouldn't stop. In order to save my hometown from poverty, I covered myself in the smoke of war and the blood of innocents in foreign lands. Seeing the smiles on the faces of everyone in town and knowing the cost cut me deep. It was right then that I decided to quit being a Jaeger and leave my hometown. I joined up with the Bracer Guild, knowing I could put my combat skills to work and make some decent Mira if I hit A rank. That way I could send some money back home. Money that wasn't stained with blood.
Okay. Dang. And not even that, Sara too. Sara's backstory, well, we don't know 100% of the details, but that makes... And kind of Sharon too? Jeez. That's... Holy crap. You gotta go through a lot of trauma. I finally understand the true origin of your strength and kindness.
I'm not strong or kind, but I think I've finally started to get closer, little by little.
Don't say that, Instructor Sara. You were great. You are great.
Closer to being like the man I admired so much. My dad, my commander, and my first love.
Sara. But it makes sense now. No wonder you fall for all the silver foxes.
Yeah? No getting around the fact that I've got myself the daddy of all father complexes. But you know, lately I found myself attracted to some younger guys.
Huh? Oh.
You got me talking too much. You don't watch yourself, you could make a real dangerous womanizer. Well, with that, I bid you good night and sweet dreams.
Okay, so there she goes. Yeah. That was a lot. That wasn't all some dream, right? Dude, it's such a traumatic way to grow up. Oh well. I'll just assume I've been tricked by fairies on the eve of the summer festival. And we got Sara's note. Let's, if there's no exclamation point for Valimar, I'll be kinda sad. We want to ask him if he recognizes the name Zector. There is, golden. Reen, can't get to sleep. Nah, I just couldn't resist the sight of that gorgeous moon or the calming sound of the waves.
That thing I showed you is called Zector. Sorry, that's the most I'm gonna say on that one.
If Valimar doesn't know, then it would mean that Zector's not a divine knight. Hey, Valimar, does the name Zector ring any bells? I feel as though I faintly remember that name. So that seals it. Somehow, Rutger has become the pilot of a divine knight. Ah, yes. Though only a small fragment, I remember something. 250 years ago, during the War of the Lions, Zector was the name of the divine knight under the 6th Prince's command. Just as I thought. Lucius Race Arner, he was the pilot of the Palatinate Knight. No, he did not pilot the knight. The actual Awakener was the leader of a mercenary group hired by the prince. Huh! He was a crafty individual, but he lent the prince his power. I see. So there's even a parallel between him and the Jaeger King. But wasn't the Palatinate Knight destroyed by the Vermilion Apocalypse? Correct. As such, it's difficult to say whether the one you saw was the same one or not. But as long as the Black Workshop and the gnomes are involved, we can't rule anything out just yet. Crazy. Yeah. I wish I at least knew whether they're friends or foes. And now, did I ever buy those black records from the Kleist&Co? I don't think I did. Just because they're working against Ouroboros doesn't necessarily mean they're on our side. We'll simply need to pay close attention to their actions. If you come across any new facts, be sure to let me know. I may recall more information. I can do. Thanks. So we've got one other place to hit up, unless it lets us go out. No. Door's locked. Oh, right. Most of the doors are locked at night. Better safe than sorry, I guess. Make sure nobody can do any sneakity sneaking. But the only place we have left to go to is the front car. And around this, well, no one's driving, so none of the students will be on duty or anything. Maybe it's going to be Major Michael?
Why are you...
Oh, okay. Major Michael is probably talking to Major Claire, and he's like, dude, you're doing all this stuff when you don't have to be and you shouldn't be.
Something like that.
Is there something out? Is there someone outside? These voices don't sound like students. They probably consider each other siblings. Oh, and forward we go. It seems like there's someone there. Should I check? Go ahead and see what they're whispering about.
That's enough, Claire. Though you have the Chancellor's protection, your actions today are only going to come back to bite you.
Claire? He called... No Major Rivelt this time.
You don't understand, Michael.
Okay, first name basis.
Show yourself.
Yeah, Reen was like, well, this was a bad idea. That was careless of me. Forgive me, I didn't mean to overhear. Reen. Schwarzer, I don't appreciate your eavesdropping. I've said my piece, but I advise you to really think this over. Unless you want what happened 10 years ago to shackle you forever. So he knows her backstory too, which is not surprising. I'm really sorry. I just came out for some air. I've got an early morning tomorrow, so I should probably... It's too late to skedaddle now, Reen. Reen. Can we talk? Just for a little while. I want to continue our previous conversation. And we might as well do so in the light of the moon. Yeah, we're not going to turn down more Claire backstory. Of course. You can tell me anything. Tell us more about what happened to your family and how you're connected to Major Michael.
Major Irving, is my cousin.
Huh. I was not expecting that.
He was born Michael Revelt.
Whoa! Okay, so they're both Revelts. So he married into the Irving family then and changed his name? I see now. You two do seem rather close.
We were, once. But 10 years ago, he took his mother's surname and abandoned the name Revelt.
Why, though?
It was after I had the man who took my family away executed. That man was my uncle. His father.
Huh. So we got some Hugo stuff going on. What happened?
Perhaps you're familiar with the Revelt Company? They're known for making musical instruments.
That's Michael, dude? Crap.
Well, they were originally located in St. Arc. My father was the president, and my uncle the vice president. The company was doing well, but more importantly, our family was happy. Until an horrible car accident. There weren't many of them on the roads back then. A stolen truck crashed into us. Then its driver disappeared into the night. In the end, they never found him. It became a cold case. My parents and my little brother died in that accident.
Crap. So, okay.
But by some miracle, I survived, and my uncle's family took me in. After my father's death, my uncle took control of the company. Though I was grateful to him for taking me in, I couldn't help but ask myself,
isn't it all a little convenient?
Why was I the only one to survive? Soon after that, while looking through my father's things, I found the account books. Flipping through them, I noticed something strange. The Revelt Company prided itself on offering high-quality, carefully crafted instruments at an affordable price. But certain entries showed unbelievable spikes in profits. I had a feeling something was wrong, so I looked a little deeper. Each account book I read put things in starker relief. At last, I realized what my uncle had been doing right under my father's nose.
Counterfeiting or what?
He was making a fortune selling cheap, mass-produced instruments from abroad under the Revelt Company name.
Okay.
He even had the gall to commission a product he could sell as maestro class to scam people out of even more money. I knew Father must have noticed his brother's wrongdoing and planned to question him. But before he could, the accident took his life. When I confronted my uncle about this, he was surprisingly candid.
He admitted to it all? Okay, well, there's the smoking gun.
You've got no proof. And if you did have any, I've got several powerful nobles ready to back me up should it come to that. Even if you talk, the most suspicious part of that accident is that you're the lone survivor. Good luck getting anyone to listen to you. I was angry, yes. But more than that, I was heartbroken.
The betrayal. And in the back, you can see two dudes, too.
I didn't know what to do with myself. Until he showed up.
Michael?
I was a friend of your father's in military school.
This would have been after Rufus, because Rufus was the first, but...
I thought the accident seemed peculiar. Do forgive me for allowing you to suffer for so long on your own.
Somehow, he knew the truth behind the accident. But the fact that I knew took him aback for a moment. Until he said,
You have a gift. Enhanced Cognition. It allows you to grasp every detail, great or small, of any given situation in an instant. It must have awakened during the accident.
So those are her anime powers, which people have talked about before, how she's super smart.
I was going to mete out the murderer's punishment myself, but I've changed my mind.
Ah, he's gonna make Claire do it to kind of prove herself, I guess, to become an Ironblood?
You have the means and the ability. Why not use them to avenge your family?
I was petrified when I heard this, lost. All I could see were the smiling faces of my parents and my beloved little brother. That's when I decided to take His Excellency's advice. I gathered every last scrap of evidence I could find against my uncle. I laid everything bare. The plot, the motive, the cover-up, the perpetrator. I had too much evidence to be silenced. I made my voice louder and louder until it reached Marquis High-Arm's ears. Soon after, the nobles protecting my uncle stepped aside.
Eventually it gets to the point where you look just as bad and just as guilty.
My uncle's judgment was swift, harsh, and fair. He was put to death for his actions. I had my revenge.
All that gloating and you still died in the end, dude.
But it came at a price. I lost my family and my hometown. As soon as the company was in my control, I gave the rights to a longtime employee. All so I could enroll in the military academy suggested by His Excellency. All so I could enroll in Thor's.
She'd already been through so much by the time she was there for her freshman year. Claire. She must have had quite the reputation stepping through those doors. I finally understand. Both why you hold Chancellor Osborne in such high regard, and why once in a while I see sadness in your eyes. And it seems to me like Major Michael is worried about you. His tone may have been harsh, but it came from a place of concern.
You're right. It was sheer coincidence that we both joined the RMP. But he's always looked out for me, both as a superior officer and as a colleague. Not that I've ever felt like I deserved it. I gave in to my desire for vengeance and mercilessly sent my own uncle to his death.
I just found out about this and I don't feel too bad for that guy.
10 years ago, my aunt and my cousins cursed my name as I robbed them of the man they loved. I imagine they must still hate me for what I did.
I don't think so. Not exactly. At the very least, it's clear that Major Michael really cares about you. Everyone who knows you well, even Instructor Sara, who isn't your biggest fan, respects you too much to hate you. Milliam and Major Lecter, Elise and Princess Elfin, Yuna, the original Class 7, and me, of course. We all hold you in the highest regard.
Rean. Oh, you really are too kind. To be perfectly honest, you remind me of my brother.
What was his name?
Emile. His name was Emile.
Doesn't ring any bells.
If he were alive, I think he'd be about your age.
Aw. Oh. Playboy Rean.
Thank you for hearing me out. But I think tonight is the last time I'll compare you to my brother. It's disrespectful. Both to him and to the man you've become.
So now...
Good night, Rean. Sweet dreams.
So we've learned basically Sara and Claire's backstories all in one night. Not Jellica's just yet. Hers is too close to Calvard's, but... Jeez, what a day. I'm not surprised that I feel wide awake, but it's weird that my heart feels so light. I get the feeling that I'm gonna sleep well tonight. Better head back to my room. Alright, so there's no other exclamation points or anything like that. The door's locked, so we have to go back in the front way. It probably, like, I'm not even gonna... I'm kind of curious, but Reem would just say a sentence about, we're not gonna go anywhere else tonight. And just leave. Where's that? Here we go. Like, if we were gonna walk out. I should head back and get some rest. Right. That's a lot. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. So Sara... Uh-oh.
This is truly an honor.
Cool.
Here, a reward.
Hades gem.
Good work out there.
Thank you. Rosine sent an updated copy of the Black Records. Okay, so we did get them. We're definitely going to go ahead, drop a save here, and continue swiftly forward next time. That's all going to be next time, though, so definitely join me then for more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. Bye for now, guys.